Okay, we have to smile at this one. Okay, smile. Okay. Hello. We're always laughing. It's okay.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Texas time. Good afternoon.
Texas
We are
time.
always laughing.
Hey.
That's good. It's good
I
for
always
the
say
soul.
you cannot be my friend if you don't have a sense of humor and you can't laugh. Amy and I have been getting in trouble for laughing in class more than talking since 4th grade.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
that was just like yesterday, because I'm 18. No, just kidding.
So,
I was at my daughter's senior lighting. We've been talking about this is our senior year for our girls.
Oh, yeah.
Our girls go to different high schools, but they're like sister high schools, but they have different kind of ceremonies, whatever. But my daughter's best friend, her mom and I, they've been best friends since Collins, so that would have been 5th grade. So like her Amy. So
Yeah.
we were walking out, and she looked at me. She's like, "How come they're getting older, but I just don't feel?" She goes, "I just don't feel." I was like, "How come they're getting older and we're not?"
Right.
And she's like, "Yeah, exactly." I'm like,
Facts.
"That's exactly how I feel."
Yeah.
Like, I'm still 21.
Oh, we would still, if we had to sit in class right now, we would still get in trouble for giggling.
Oh yeah. Well, we were at a PV training, and yeah, I couldn't stop
I
giggling.
just can't look at you.
We just don't look at each other.
No.
We hope everyone's doing awesome.
Yes.
We got YouTube on the bottom. We're a little crooked today, YouTube. Sorry about that.
We'll just lean like this.
Yeah. You look nice and tan today.
Oh, walking in the sun.
Yeah. I'm walking in the sun every day.
It's hot, but Anne taught me, take your water with you.
Right.
Oh, so
Yeah.
smart.
I always take
your
a
water with
belt
you.
with me too. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Got my phone.
It is so hot here that sometimes I'll walk kind of late and I'll put my phone in the belt and the phone still gets too hot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw someone post though that we're gonna get a cold front. The high is gonna be 98 instead of in the hundreds.
Can't wait.
I saw that and I just died laughing. I was like, okay, well, 98 for us is a hell of a lot better than feeling like it's 113 or
Yeah, I
115 lately. So
107 true temp today is a little steep.
it's a little steep.
A little steep.
So we're in maintenance, still missing quite a few scans in order to send maintenance macros or continuing to shred macros.
Yes.
And that's okay. I know you guys come out of the woodwork. And really this program has become something that is ongoing. It is not something that you have to group shred with. I think we had at least 10 signups in the last 2 weeks.
They're popping in.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's exciting. It's my favorite time of year.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like to shred in the summer.
Yeah.
But they love to shred in the fall during the holidays to try to help them keep everything in control.
Stay in check. It's more of a typically more of a consistent routine.
Yes.
Not as many
Lots of
travel
routines,
dates
yeah.
and
Yeah.
oh, I spoke with a shredder this morning. She's like, I was in Ireland and now I'm going to Colorado and I still check in with you guys live and I still follow my routine and
Yeah.
she feels and looks great.
Yes.
She's so happy and amazing. I know who I'm
I'm
talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I
Yeah.
didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's okay.
It's all right.
So we've been talking about something educational almost in every. We talked about, 2 or 3 weeks ago, why or the 5 top ways you're sabotaging yourself in a fat loss stage.
Yes.
We talked about why NEAT is arguably more important than your workout,
Which is
your steps.
mind blowing.
Yeah, mind blowing during a fat loss stage. Last week we talked about the art of building muscle and what that looks like when you're shredding versus when you're in maintenance versus how much muscle specifically a woman can physically put on a month when they're in a surplus. So we addressed muscle being in a fat loss stage, a shred, maintenance, and in a surplus because we do have clients we put in a surplus as well. So that was last week.
And if you get your email recap or look in the Facebook group under the live where the recap gets posted, you'll see that I have called them Heather's Hot Topic.
Oh, is that what you're calling them? I posted some today because I finally got last week's up. What?
It's frozen.
Oh,
it's
did it
frozen.
freeze?
I don't know. It's better now.
Yeah, look, it just said waiting for live signal. Are we back?
I hope.
Let's see.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, looks like we're there.
That was weird.
You may have lost us, but you should. Yeah, that was
It
weird.
should be back. Heather's Hot Topic.
Hot topic.
Hot topic.
So, is there stuff you want to go over before because I see you have something about motivation, which kind
I do.
of rolls.
Let's go in with your topic.
Yeah, always.
Always. Insane.
People sometimes think we're sisters.
You know, it's They say we sound alike, we look alike, so funny.
Even my mom, she'll walk into the studio. She'll be like,
Is that Amy?
I'm looking at you, but it sounds like you on the mic. What's going on?
That's funny.
Okay, so what do you have for us today?
So, I came across this quote. I didn't come up with it, but I came across it actually in getting ready for basketball season.
Oh, yes. And she's the president of the PTO.
The Booster Club.
Booster Club.
Oh.
PTO is for the whole school.
3rd year in a row.
Please don't ever be the president of the PTO. I can't handle it. Basketball, that's all I can handle.
I'm so proud of you for handling this. This is my 3rd and final year. And she was like, you're doing what? All right. So, 3 years of just being really involved with my daughter in basketball.
Yeah.
So that's how this has worked out. But Coach shared this, and I had to share it with you guys. Motivation versus discipline. You have talked about it before, so it's
because motivation doesn't get you through anything. Motivation gets you through like maybe 2 weeks. Me, it gets me through maybe 24 hours.
I'm so motivated.
Yeah.
Now I have to dig in deep to discipline.
Yes.
All right, so motivation comes from the natural human drive to achieve something. Motivation does not last forever. Whether it's 24 hours or 2 weeks, too bad. No matter how much you want something. It's a temporary effect created by the brain to boost you in the right direction. So if you're here
like
and whenever, I liked it too. So
motivation boosts you in the right direction.
It boosts you that way, right? It doesn't keep you, but it boosts you.
Yes.
So discipline is the ability to continue pushing in the right direction when you no longer have motivation doing it for you. Discipline is far more important, and you've talked about that as well, than motivation, and you should never rely on motivation only, and then the discipline, right, leads to the consistency.
Yeah, the discipline leads to consistency, which leads to new healthy habits.
That are lifelong, and as much as we want everything to change really, really fast, it doesn't.
Nope.
I wanted to start with that.
I really like that.
I think that leads right into what you're going to talk about today.
Oh, my daughter just texted me. This is why I need to put things on Do Not Disturb, because that's going to be in the back of my brain. It's probably about her homecoming dress. We have one.
Oh, good.
And she's like, I'm not sure about the color. Should I get another one? I'm like, it's your senior year. Let's go ahead and pick a few others, and we can always return them.
Yes.
I'm always big on, as long as we can return the others. I do feel like they always need a dress for something this year, though, already.
They do.
So we were talking about motivation versus discipline. Another reason why I wanted to talk about that is because a lot of you coming off the shred have had great success. Now we're learning how to maintain, but also because now we have people joining us all the time. So motivation versus discipline and how to create new healthy habits is good for every single life, really. Whether you're new, you're in maintenance, you're an annual shredder. But before I talk about that, I wanted to talk about our client who went to see her doctor, her gastroenterologist. Who was so shocked. She's an annual shredder. She finished her year, was so shocked by her health improvements, signed up to be a shredder herself, and wants to recommend it to clients. Now, listen.
That's amazing.
That is a testament to this client because motivation didn't get her through. Discipline did. But she kept, because she did it for the whole year, but she kept taking a little crumb of what we advise and implementing in her life.
She implemented it
always talking to us, asking a ton of questions, really using us to lean into support. And then we had another one who was a first-time shredder whose doctor was shocked. She developed, was it gestational diabetes when you're pregnant? Was never diabetic before, and her doctor was shocked because it had started to creep up, and he said, don't worry about it, it's just because you're getting older. That she dropped it over a point.
That's amazing.
With Mastermind Macros. Yeah, amazing. So
listen.
She's
like, it's not just because I'm getting older.
It's not, no.
That's not a reason.
It's not a reason.
Nope. We have choices and control of things. We do.
We do. We really do. Okay. So I wanted to talk about something that has helped me that I've never really shared before.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, so okay. Everything, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know I'm a big mindset person, right? So what you focus on is what you're going to attract in your life, like me focusing on Ben and Jerry's ice cream. or a
expect
donut.
more.
You know, like I need to change my mindset. And I did a really good job of this 3 months ago.
Yeah, and
right?
you continue to do that.
So something I did though, when I knew I had this goal for August 5th this year, was I created a digital vision board that became the wallpaper on my phone and the wallpaper on my computer. Because those are two things I look at probably 60% of the day.
The most of our lives.
Yes.
Those two things.
And there is a picture of me back from 2014, which I'd hit that picture of me. If you've known me that long, the weight that I am now, I've been several times in the last 10 years, but you guys know as shredders that I fluctuate 10 pounds. So, but I had a picture of me on there from not other people. It was a picture of me from 2014, right, on there. And looking at that every day helped me from grabbing Ben & Jerry's.
Helped you with your choices.
Right, helped me with my choices. Helped me from trying to just be comfortable. I'll go into that in a minute. But the other thing, these things, to help you change your mindset, right? When I'm like, I really want ice cream or I really want candy, right? Post-it notes, okay? Pretty ones.
Pretty ones.
Ellie's a big Post-it girl. She made me buy all these a long time ago. And we have a plethora of them now, an overabundance of Post-its. Too bad they aren't $100 bills, but anyway. I started sticking sticky notes in my car because I get in my car, I feel like I live in my car.
Oh, yeah.
So I would see
carpool
affirmations for specifically as soon as I got in my car, and I would shift my mindset, right? So no matter what happened in my home or on a phone call or text message, when I get into my car, it's the first thing I see is that sticky note with my 4 affirmations, and immediately would help me shift my mindset. Now your affirmations or whatever you want in life, whatever that is, can be related towards any goal. We're just talking about a healthy lifestyle in general, right? So making your affirmations, towards living a healthy lifestyle and to support you. I put one in my laptop, and it's so funny because I woke up at 4:30 this morning because the damn cat that my husband rescued. Don't know anything about cats. And he's like, I don't regret it. She'd be dead if I didn't rescue her, which is true. But the sleep has not been the same since he brought her home. Yes. And I started worrying, and I'm not a worrier, but at 4:25 a.m. I couldn't go back to bed. And I was like, you know what? Let's get up. Let's get some work done. Open up my laptop. My sticky note was there with really a statement. It's not even an affirmation, a statement. And as soon as I saw it, I smiled, and I went into some mental work for about 10 minutes of meditation and working with affirmations and prayer. I pray. So sticking those sticky notes anywhere that you will constantly see them as a trigger to shift your mindset for any goal. I don't even want to say for a fat loss stage, right? For anything. It's such a good practice. I highly, highly recommend it. Putting Post-its on the mirror in the bathroom.
That's a good place. I like to do that for my kids.
Yeah, well, exactly,
and
right?
They see it and smile and keep them.
My husband's really good about leaving notes for me, like under the coffee maker, just like in random places, because I always go to bed before him. And that's kind of when I started the whole Post-it note to help me shift my mindset. Interesting. So you're probably going to see a lot more, because I've been trying to get more into the practice since May, when I started to try to get to my goal of August 5th. Yeah, which I did reach. So if you have a hard time, right, with mindset, and you are so used to trying to get into a comfortable state and giving yourself an out, try sticking those sticky notes everywhere, in your computer, in a folder that you open every day, on the bathroom mirror, on the pantry door. We talked about this 2 years ago, sticking your goals or your why on your pantry door. Fridge. Sure. But Post-it notes are such an easy way to do that. And really, in my car is a big one for me. So anyway, just wanted to share that in case that might help some of you guys shift your mindset. Because we've talked about the only thing that's going to get you through a shred is your why. Yeah. But really your emotional attachment to the why. Like, why is your why your why? I want to look in a bikini. Why do you want to look good in a bikini? Like, it doesn't need to be deeper than that, but it should be deeper than that in order for it to stick, right?
You need to connect with it.
Like Amy said, she shared last time, like, I connect with I want to shred because I want to feel good. I want life to be easy. I don't want to hide in pictures of my daughter's senior year.
Right.
Right. So that's a big emotional connection because
Heck
she'll
yeah.
never get this year back. Right. That doesn't mean
Absolutely.
perfection.
No.
But it is
No one's
something
perfect.
that is, don't you think?
Driving me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm so thrilled you shared the sticky note because number one, I love them and they're pretty. But number two, and I use them for different purposes, right? But I have been putting different goals, affirmations, different things in my phone, in my notes.
Yeah, I can't do that because
Well, I don't go there all the time.
Right.
And it's under a different category. Like, I got a million categories in
Yeah,
there.
I know. We have
would,
so many notes. That's why I was like,
never find it. So I'm going to start putting sticky notes around the house.
yeah, you know, we're big believers. You know, we have digital trackers, but
Visual.
we're such a big believer in like handwritten. That's why we
Yes.
have the thick journal. That's why we have the handwritten trackers if you don't buy a journal. Some people do well with electronic. I do not. Writing it down, sticking, and you know what? If you lose the sticky note, you can write another one.
Right.
In fact, I had affirmations in my car that one day I lost, and so I wrote 4 new ones.
Cool.
Yeah, refreshers.
Well, and
But
they
it's-
may evolve too.
And they do evolve.
Yeah.
But it's all about shifting your mindset because you're here, you're shredding, right? You have decided what you want, right? At some point you had to decide, okay, what is it going to determine the price? Like what is
You
it
gotta
going
commit.
to
Yeah.
cost me in order to get my goal? And I'm not talking about signing up for $297. I'm talking about,
Time,
you know, time,
planning,
planning,
schedule.
accountability to us or yourself. You know, yeah, like this is committing really to more. It takes more of your time than anything because it's educated eating, right? Which means you have to track, whether that's in your tracker or weighing your food, right? So you have to decide, what is this going to cost me? And the third thing you had to decide was, is it worth it to me? Is my why strong enough for me to sacrifice what I need to pay the price for what I really want, right? And most of you who do really well, it's because there's a health reason behind it.
For sure.
Yeah.
That sparked the need to maybe you had an appointment or had some blood work or
That kind of sparked me too because my cholesterol was a little high.
Yeah.
And my whole A1C issue, even though my fasted insulin is perfect. But yeah, and that's why we always say if you will focus on your health first, the aesthetics will come.
Right.
Make it a lifestyle. Anyway,
I was-
so that's my trick for shifting your mindset.
I didn't tell you this yet. I was looking at my scan today.
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't told me.
Haven't shared with you yet. You know, small changes, but good changes, right? Weight down, muscle up, fat down. And I was looking at my goal and I was like, gosh darn, I need, I gotta lose some more fat, percentage of fat. And then it's possible. It's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible. The percent goes down when I do the work.
Yeah, I mean, you have
It
to do
does.
the work. And you guys, we're going to shift the next shred. Instead of doing a grand prize, we are doing weekly
excited about this.
giveaways,
Yeah.
right? We've got to find a way for everything, whether it's 1 million people, 5,000 people,
Yeah.
and we average anywhere from 100 to 150 people. It's usually only 10% that stay committed
And actually turn in the shred trackers.
and follow through with any program. Okay. So
Yeah.
what's happening, right? There's excuses.
Life happens.
So we're always trying. So we've said this, like our job is to try to figure out how to eliminate the excuses. We're here, text us. Well, some of you still just don't do it. And then I get a message like, oh, I think I fell off the wagon because I wasn't really seeing results. And then I just gave in the last 3 weeks. I'm like, this is only really 6 weeks.
Right.
And you gave in for half of it because you didn't see results in the first 3. Did you even read what to expect in your shred guide? You didn't even use us, right? As accountability. And
right.
and getting frustrated, it's not being frustrated with that person per se. There's several people who have done this the last 2 years. It's frustrated like, ooh, what can we do better to help people stay committed, right?
Right.
So next shred, we're doing weekly cash giveaways where, yes, you turn in your shred tracker and steps taken, but we want to see your before and after pictures. We're not even doing scales. We're not doing what did I weigh on Sunday night versus what I weigh on Monday morning. We're going to do before and after pictures. And we're going to do it every week. And whoever makes the most progress in that week's, because you might be an annual shredder that just fell off the wagon,
Yeah.
right? So now you are in this too. So we, like if you've read the book, the Habit book that we recommend.
Yeah.
Atomic Habits.
Thank you. I was like, I have a quote from him.
I know. Atomic Habits.
James Clear. I know his name.
Yeah. You have to break down your goals into mini goals, right? So that's our next thing. If we can break down your big goal into mini goals and keep you excited for 7 days, then maybe it will help hold some of you accountable. You know, we can break through the 10%. Maybe we can get to at least 25% of you really staying committed to your goal if we can figure out a way to eliminate these excuses. Yeah.
We're trying.
We're trying. We're figuring out.
We want you to try.
One shred at a time.
We just can't do it for you.
Oh, we're crooked down here.
It's shifted.
I wish I could do it for you. I'd be a gazillionaire.
Gazillion.
Past a billionaire.
I have another quote. It goes along with the theme.
Okay.
We are what we repeatedly do.
Mm-hmm.
Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. That's by Aristotle.
Say that one more time.
I'm going to read it again. It's by Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit.
Yeah.
I thought that was super fantastic. And
this is a note, ironically.
What?
Isn't that a note in your computer?
A screenshot.
Yeah, but do you put it in a note?
Well, yeah.
That's what I thought.
But I'm not looking at my
phone.
My notes for affirmations.
Yeah.
Because those are buried.
Yep.
I'm going to make them more visible. I'm excited.
Gotta put the car and the computer, those are my two favorite. I will say having my vision board digital as my wallpaper on my phone. Used to be a picture of my daughter's. I turned it into that. I'm like, and there's two things. There's some stuff on my vision board for my children specifically.
Well, yeah. I've seen it, but I didn't know the reason behind it.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's here and I see it.
Yeah.
2 more quotes, and that's all I got.
All right.
Look at yourself in the mirror as you repeat these words. You get to decide how you feel about yourself each day, and you get to decide how much you love yourself. You are your own strength.
That's right.
I like that one. And I wanted to share this one. This one hits. I'll read it.
Okay.
And I can just really, I'm like, yes. Habits are not a finish line to be crossed.
That's right.
This is not a program
There's no finish line.
Do and finish. There isn't a finish line. That, I don't know. It just like, that seems really simple, but I read that and I was like, oh, we're not finishing anything.
No.
We're starting. Habits are not a finish line to be crossed. They are a lifestyle to be lived. I thought that was so perfect.
Yeah.
So I had to share it. That is by James Clear.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to talk about Hayo. I'm not quite done.
Hayo. I know we don't talk about things that we really recommend much anymore. We need to start picking that back up.
We do. Maybe we'll talk about like a few each time or something.
Yeah.
So we'll start today with Hayo. Topic came up this week. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember who it was, but we were talking about. Oh, she was kind of someone that was like, life happened, and then this happened, and then I just kind of stopped tracking, and then I went to some more alcohol in the evenings. And we just talked about if that's a habit, there's the word again, but if that's kind of a routine, you sit down, and it used to be mine and Steve's routine. We'd sit down and be like, all right, what kind of wine do you want tonight? You know, just like automatic, we're going to sit and watch a show, let's have a glass of wine, which I have, thank you for introducing me to Hayo, replaced with this lovely drink here. It's called Hayo. Hayo! We like sing it around the house. I don't know. It's kind of mom's drink. But it is organic and it is non-alcoholic. So it is a non-alcoholic social tonic. This one's organic peach mango.
With some health benefits.
It's a functional seltzer. They call it a better than alcohol alternative. It's made for those chasing the new feeling. They call it a float. You're just chill and relaxed. It does. It has adaptogens and natural nootropics.
Yeah, neurotropics. I
And
think it's for your brain. Excuse me, to pull my shorts down.
botanicals to celebrate life.
Yeah, like cordyceps mushrooms.
Never wasted, which I think is cute.
Never wasted. Who the hell wants to feel wasted anymore?
No body.
I don't. Yeah.
So
John and I figured
so
out.
good.
We talked about how we think a healthy lifestyle is pretty easy for us. because we're addicted to feeling good.
And you hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Because y'all are on the same page with that.
I will say ice cream makes me feel really good. He was the first one that noticed. He was like, you're not snacking as like you used to. Now he's like, you need to eat more. And I'm like, which is it, buddy?
Sorry, I'm going back to this.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to let you guys know in our featured and our favorites, which we'll share with you guys maybe in our next email.
Yeah, I've been
List them out that way.
I've been saying for a year that I was going to make a page on our website with all of our favorites that you could just click straight to it.
We'll get there. We have the list. I mean, it's in the Shred Guide. It's in
I'm just going to say
Academy.
none of that's ever going to happen until my freshman goes to college.
Right. Give us 4 more years. Okay. So, Hio, there is a 20% off your order of $40 or more. So I just wanted you to know that. I'll get it in a newsletter.
Yeah, and you can do it on auto ship. You can stop your auto ship. It's really easy. Tate, I used to do that, having my affirmations pop up in a reminder in my phone, same time each day. And maybe because I'm, running 3 businesses and 2 kids, I would know what the reminder was, and I'd be like, I don't have time, and I would just swipe it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like when I see it written, I'm like, oh, like I have to see it. I can't swipe it away, right? Like, oh yeah, this takes me a millisecond to read.
And
that
I watched
statement.
you a little minute ago, before we even started. And she looked at it and you almost smiled.
Yeah, it does. It kind of. My husband saw this one. This is a new one that I have on my laptop. He saw it this morning. He was like, when can I retire?
Funny guy.
I know. So I'm an open book, so none of that. My affirmations are everywhere. So sometimes I think people think I'm just woo, but it's all about forcing a positive mindset, shifting your mindset. Because if you can believe it and you can feel it, then you can definitely make it happen.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And I'm excited to write on some pretty sticky notes. So,
you're gonna get like fancy like hearts and stars.
Maybe.
They have to be big enough that you can fit the whole
right. I like
affirmation.
the color.
Our kids, FYI, love to steal the sweatshirt.
We've been wanting to wear it again
for
a while.
And Ellie had it, and she got 2 big stains on it. I washed it. I was like, I got it. I'll wash it tonight. We can wear it. Amy's excited. Amy's got blue eyes, so the blue really makes her eyes stand out.
It makes your green pop too.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I do.
I have bought us plenty of green, trying to focus on blue now.
I'm happy with both.
All right. We good?
We're great. Hope you are too. Reach out. We've had people introducing themselves. We got new shredders.
We do. We've got new shredders. And I think we got about 20 shred trackers on Monday for the walk pad. Love that walk pad. It's the jam.
You're going to love it.
All right.
You're going to need it when it gets cold.
We'll see you next week. Hopefully that was helpful. And we're trying to make these shorter because you have access to us 24/7. So these don't need to be so long. All right. We love you.
We mean it.
Mwah.